Hey, welcome to another episode of Hill vs. Man on Card. Today we're going to be checking out the King Valkyrie Thor Love and Thunder wave figure. It's the Korg Build-A-Figure wave. Didn't they already do a Korg Build-A-Figure in like the first, second Thor, the Ragnarok Thor movie? I found this one at my local Walmart. They had this one, and they had the Gore God Killer one, which that one looks pretty cool too. Oh, and they also had Star-Lord. And I would have picked up Star-Lord because I need a Star-Lord, but they don't have his mask helmet head. I just don't. I'm not a big fan of Chris Pratt. I think he does good in that, but I really love that. I've always loved that design of that helmet. So I wanted to get that. The other two I want the Ravager Thor and the Jane Foster Thor, because I never got that one when it first came out, the comic book version. But this one's pretty cool. I didn't get the first Valkyrie one. To tell you the truth, wasn't the biggest fan of that or armor outfit in that one. But this one looks really awesome. It comes with Korg's head and weapon in this one. So it's always cool when you want one of the ones that comes with the head of the Build-A-Figure. But let's go ahead and we can talk about this, because I think it's going to be really cool. So welcome to another episode of Hill vs. Man on Card. Wait, didn't I already say that? Today's episode, like I said before, I'm going to be looking at the King Valkyrie figure. And I really like this figure a whole lot, like I said before I even opened it, and I've grown to like it even more. So let's get down to the table and really look this thing over, because this is really cool. And this is my third Valkyrie figure, because I got the original comic book one, which is, comparatively speaking to these days, that's a crappy figure. Like the legs, arms, everything. I want to do another classic one. I'd like to do one around the time of the Defenders would be cool. The old Defender series would be really cool to do one around that time. And I also want to talk about like some of the little twerks I did with this one to really get it going. So let's get down to it and look at it really up close and personal, so to speak. So there's a lot to this figure I really love, from the paint scheme to the articulation to the sculpt. Like, they did a good job on muscular. This is a really good, I think, face sculpt with her. It really gets, like, I think sometimes, like, you can even have a face sculpt that's a little bit off on a real person if it catches the attitude. And I think this is a really good face sculpt of the actress, but also it really catches her like attitude with this character really from the side and stuff. But I like the cape on this, even though it's hard plastic. It's a little bit softer than a lot of their normal ones. I wish the knife that was in here came out, and the sword is really loose in her hand, and I think it may be because of the flat handle on this sword, but it's a little bit loose, and I find it like flies up and back a lot of times. I mean, it stays in the hand, but yeah, that would be one of my only quirks about it. I took the Korg head, and I think I mentioned this on my TikTok, and I drilled a hole in the back of it, just a small one. I mean, it's a piece of rock, you're not going to know that much of a difference, and it's not going to hurt it if I ever complete the Build-A-Figure. And then I run a chain from it, and then made a link, of course, like a necklace and stuff. And so she can have Korg right there. And I know, like, in the movie she has it off the back of her hair, but that really doesn't work with the plastic, even though this is a really good hair sculpt they did with this thing. Like, you really get some details. Even like here, you don't see as much with the chain, because I got it kind of tucked in there with the hair to keep it in place. But like, you can really see the nuances of this, like the sculpt of this, and there's some color right in here that's hard to see with my chain there, but yeah. And this is how she's gonna be posed on my shelf, all like subtle with cork there. So I think this figure is really cool, and like I said, I would like to have a more a classic comic version of Valkyrie, because even the one I got, it's like in the long bodysuit, it's like a black bodysuit, and the head is so huge on that figure too. But I mean, I like it in a lot of ways, but like I would like to have more of a classic one from the comics. I would like to have, I like the first one of this, not the costume as much, from the first figure of her from the movies, from Thor Ragnarok. I wouldn't mind seeing a different one from Love and Thunder. Like, they have some casual looks to that character. It would be cool. So yeah, like, I think they did a good job with all those Valkyries from the movie. I mean, there's only been 2, but they've all been really, really super cool. A lot of the Thor figures, come to think about it, have been really cool. But like, I noticed them, my Thor collection, and the Quartet works really good with it. And so yeah. So let's go take some pictures and have some fun. So let's go play with our toys.
Yeah. It's all mine. Take a look around, you're shiny, shiny, chrome and golden. From the skies above you to the bottom of the ocean. Built this place on my own, grinding to the last bone. Made it to the top, I'm dusting off my diamond throne. You want a piece of this, but so does everybody. Come on, bud, if you're ready, let's play. Let's play. Let's play. Let's play. This is my empire. My empire. This is my empire. This is my empire. Hey, hey. Living in a fantasy, wilder than your wildest dream. Put the bill on billionaire, got everything you'll ever need. Take you on a mile and teach you how we